7 p.m. I'm going to call to order the January 3rd, 2018 meeting of the Tilton Budget Committee. 2018, how about that?
2018.
I know. And the first order of business is the meeting minutes. And I believe you all have a copy. It'll take a few minutes to read through those. Everybody had a chance to read them? Any comments or directions?
Motion to accept the Tilton Budget Committee meeting minutes of December 20th, 2017 as written.
I'll second that. Any discussion or anything? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
One abstention.
One abstention. We would like to welcome two members of the Tilton Sewer Commission here. So if you would like to give us an update on what's happened and what's going to be happening.
Mr. Chair. What's happening? We're in the process of starting engineering designs for the West Main Street sewer. We're looking at an alternate with it of going partway up Clark Road. So that's going to be the number that's going to throw the budget up from the previous year. That money is actually going to be coming out of our maintenance and reserve account. In the past, we got reimbursed for that, but they've changed, is that correct?
That's correct. You used to be able to get reimbursed for the preliminary engineering, and now you...
By the state?
Yeah, by the
Right.
federal.
Okay.
And now they will not cover the preliminary engineering, so we're going to have
So
that.
we'll eat that. That's probably about 20% of the engineering budget, probably the preliminary. 20,
Yeah, I'd say
25.
that's pretty close.
Okay.
We've got a, let's see. If you want, if you have questions, fire it, maybe faster that way.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? You see the engineering line, he's saying that about 20% of that is going to be the engineering cost for...
No, it's, that's the cost for it, but that's gonna be, you're gonna see when we go, if the project moves forward, that we're
Okay.
gonna have, 300,000 in total engineering costs when we're all done
Okay.
between inspection, preliminary, final designs, as-built, all of that.
Okay. How far up Clark Road will you be going?
I think it was about 1,000 feet was
It was
the,
about 3/4 of a mile.
Okay,
basically till,
True ledge?
hopefully, it's just, I think we're gonna hit some sooner on that, which is why it's as an alternate, because
okay,
we may find that the cost for that's gonna get prohibitive because of the ledge.
okay.
Clark Road, is that owned by the state, or do we have any part of that? And is there any special hoops that we're going to need to go through in regards to introducing the sewer up through there?
No, other than the final product with the paving, all of that, once you dig your ditch, is gonna have to meet the DOT specs.
Okay.
And DOT will have an inspector there, we'll have an engineer there, and you'll have the contractor doing the work, most likely.
Is that a road that we've already taken over? Okay,
No, that's why the state still has some,
okay. Well, even if we take over, it's still an 80/20, right?
It's a class 2 state aid road.
Okay.
Right now, there's no plans to take it over.
All right,
Okay. So we'll get the work done. We'll come in, the state will kind of inspect the work that we've done, but we're gonna own most of the cost for that road.
anything
If
we
it's just-
disturb, we repair.
Okay, good.
So, at best, it'll be like a 3-foot trench cut, you know, whatever to fit the trench box in, otherwise it may get a little bit wider. Hopefully one travel lane or less. Then you'll have the laterals crossing the road for the different hookups.
Okay, good.
and sewer up there is gonna include the highway department, which will help
Correct,
out.
we're coming down to just before the high school, up to about the high school is where it ends,
Ends.
coming from this end of town.
Okay, all right,
That way, we're just trying to get the whole west end, at least on Main Street, covered, and trying to find ways for Clark.
okay.
Part of it would depend on the property owned by the Plesners, went across the road from them when they develop. If we could, there's a possibility of running a gravity line through their roads and then tying in on Winter Street, getting an easement through Hardy or one of the residents that way also, to get some of the
To
upper
get some
end.
of them, okay.
That's further out in the future.
I know there is quite a bit of ledge, I think, on that road, so you don't know where you'll run into it, or if you will run
And
into it.
there's no guarantee the road bed isn't a couple feet above the ledge.
They'll be doing a little over 30 borings in the preliminary process of this.
Are there any other plans to expand anywhere else in the near future?
Not expand, it's more maintenance. We've got a section of pipe on, that's not, Spruce, not Cedar, yeah, Spruce, coming down off a high.
Yeah,
We were trying to get it done this fall, and it just got too tight, and the paving contractor ran into health issues, so we pushed it out to the spring. Actually, I think the dirt contractor did too. So both contractors had issues arise, so
okay.
we're gonna do that one in the spring.
Academy.
We've got plans to, looking at both Academy and School Street, repairing sections of those roads. Part of that's seeing as the year goes. If nothing's breaking, then those, a lot of times we'll check with Kenny Partridge and basically sole source with him, because he has the best knowledge of our lines in town.
Peter, has an RFP been drafted for the engineering?
Yeah, well, it was a,
It was an RFP.
An engineering firm has been selected.
Okay. But it went out to bid?
Yes.
Okay, good.
bid or review?
We put the, wow, it was posted publicly. The RFP was posted publicly and a firm was selected.
Okay, but I'm just,
We got 3 prices?
We had one firm that declined and 2 that,
I was just saying, because of the amount of money with that, certainly pushes it into the realm of bidding and
Oh, yeah.
RFPs.
yeah.
I'm just
Well,
trying to
because
keep
most
it-
of them know, once they get their foot in the door, they're usually there for the full project.
Right, and I was just trying to figure out where we were with that process. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
So this line item, engineering,
Mhm.
that's the item coming out of the reserve account,
Mhm.
55,625?
Mhm. Whatever the engineering cost is, we're gonna pull out of it, so that's what the budget is. If that's what it ends up, that's what we'll pull out of it.
So without that, you're actually a little bit below last year's budget.
Yeah.
I like that.
Barring breakdowns and cold weather.
Knock on wood.
How's the water doing? They holding pretty good? That's good. Saturday's gonna test you, I think.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you much.
And I'd like to welcome the Parks Commission.
Is it the same people?
Thank you.
Hello.
You have a hat where you can stand up.
It's a good thing we already did this one.
Just to make us happier, John has a good idea. Would you please stand up and switch seats?
Everybody switch rows. Need the music.
Okay. We all have a copy of the parks. I have several questions. The damage that was done to Riverfront Park, is that being covered by the person who did it?
I'm sorry, they just switched seats and got me confused.
Is that being covered by the person who did the damage's insurance?
Yes.
It's starting with our insurance, going to their insurance, I believe, but
Yeah.
eventually it should be.
It'll all come out of their insurance, so we didn't really incur, and that's going to be completely repaired?
Yes.
Just like it was.
Yes.
Okay.
The landscaping may be a little delayed.
Yeah. And actually, a lot of it will.
And
Yeah.
probably a lot of the repair will be
Yeah.
delayed too, according to
Yeah.
this. All right, did the cameras that you have there, what caught, or was he, or the person,
We have him on camera.
okay. So the
Was it
cameras
our
are working?
camera, or was it the pole on the street?
That's our camera.
It was our camera. Well, they're
They're
all
all
our
ours,
cameras,
but I mean,
It was one of the ones underneath the
Pavilion.
pavilion itself, yeah.
So those
The
are
back
working out
corner?
The
well?
back corner.
Yes, very well,
Interesting. Yeah,
okay.
especially with the infrared.
yeah.
Okay.
The upgrade was,
Yeah, the cameras are working
in this
beautifully.
instance, was very nice.
132 ballpark. You have problems with pipes freezing again this year?
Not so far.
Okay. Didn't they freeze last year?
They froze last year, and I think it was mainly due to Public Works. It was their first year with it, and I just don't think they were familiar.
Okay. Are you still using the little electric heater in there?
You know, I haven't asked them, they've been so busy, but I intend to. I
Okay.
know the rink is up, I'm not sure what they're doing. I know they had plans to build a permanent box around the waterworks
Okay.
to improve it.
And how do we stand in terms of landscaping? Who's going to be doing it this coming year?
This year, Belknap Landscaping will,
Okay.
and the reason Public Works is not is that they needed to, the proposal that came to the selectmen was to hire a full-time employee for that purpose, which at $17 an hour, including all the benefits that go with full-time, would have been $67,000. And Belknap Landscaping's contract, and Squires, who does Vest Pocket and Civil War together, is $17,501, so it's a savings of $49,499. Stick with subcontracting it out to Belknap Landscape.
Okay, because I know that Public Works had thought they could do it with what the crew that they had. They found that that would not be possible.
Well, I think I gave them a copy of the contract and walked around with the Public Works Director a couple of times, and I think when they realized all that they needed to do was the reason they felt they needed to hire another full-time person to do it. That would be all the park, not just Riverfront.
Okay. Are you still using a part-time person
Yes,
there? Okay. Same person?
yes.
So the plans to send the highway people to the garage for herbicides and so on didn't come to fruition?
No, that's still going on.
It's going on, but in
Oh,
the
okay.
interim,
All right.
we still have Squires.
Okay. Who's doing the mowing at 132?
Public Works.
Okay. Do you guys still have your zero turn?
Is that Public Works?
It's a Public
Is it
Works.
Public Works? Okay.
They thought it was safer to house it there.
Because I think they're probably right.
Pardon?
I said, I think they're probably right.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
so too.
definitely.
That's why you'll see there's security in all parks, $1,600. That's to put cameras in 132 because it continues to be broken in.
Okay.
Sometimes maybe we should just leave the doors open.
I only have one other question, and it's something I get asked all the time, and I don't know the answer, or I keep hoping. Are there any plans at all to resurrect the downtown summer fair?
That was presented to the Parks Commissioners a couple of years ago, but the Park Commissioners felt with the Christmas event and the programs they put through in the summer that it just wasn't something that the commissioners could do. They only meet once a month. I believe Rotary had thought about resurrecting it this year, but that didn't happen, obviously, so I don't know if they intend to do something for next year. But it's really an event that took a lot of people to put together. That's a huge event. It would be nice if we could get,
It's something, I enjoyed it, and I
Yes.
know that the merchants are the ones that have asked me,
yeah,
because they felt it brought people in
it did.
and let people see what the downtown was all
It was a
about.
great event. So hopefully Rotary will
Yeah.
continue to try to take that up.
Anybody else have questions?
So,
Do we have actual Parks Commission for 2017? Because I only have the budget draft from last year.
What's the question?
The actual for 2017? No, 18 is proposed.
Yeah, it's.
18 is this, the proposed one.
In your selectmen's, recommended budget from
Yeah.
the last meeting, it would
Shows
be,
the actual.
it would show you the
Yeah,
actuals.
shows the
as
actual.
of- So I think you had one as of, let's see here, I can tell you, it groups it all here, but as
Page.
of, it'd be on page 8, under culture and recreation. They were 82.8% spent as of 12/19, but I can tell you, they will be right at budget by the time the dust settles, because there were several invoices that have come in since that time. The inoculator, and then 3 Donut Landscaping.
Page 8, I think I have the wrong page. It's outside agency.
Great job with the Christmas parade, though,
That's just
by the
about
way.
us.
Great job with the
It's
Christmas
Culture and
parade.
Recreation. It's maybe
Memorial Day, Home Day? Okay, Parks.
Yes, yeah, Parks Commission.
Mine's on 7.
That's from the 13th, that's why, so, they'll be, as of the 21st, they were 32,000 spent, but they'll be pushing right up at their budget.
Any comments?
Yeah, I didn't know if anybody talked to the prosecutor or the court system on that fellow that had his little stroll in the park through the cement posts and that possibly some community service might be good to have him do some things.
Maybe we
sure.
should, I was gonna say we should talk about that tomorrow night, but
Because that
we
would,
may not be here tomorrow night.
because that, I thought about that this evening, that, there might be a good way to, the court,
You should talk to the chief, see
Yeah.
what, that's a good idea.
I don't know exactly what they can do, but I'm sure there's something that we can.
Well, I got some postal figures by hand.
And some of the weeding could be done too, that is costly to
Picking
have.
up trash
Yeah.
along the edges and sanding or anything like that, there's
Well, there's more unpleasant stuff.
scrubbing the
Cleaning the
cement.
toilet.
So, yeah, I'll mention to the chief,
There you go.
I'll mention to the chief tomorrow and maybe we can, well,
Good idea, John.
I'd like to see, people be connected to the things that they do. That's great.
Anything else?
Good.
Thank you. Go home and be safe and prepare for the storm tomorrow.
All right.
I have a feeling we won't be seeing each other tomorrow.
Hopefully, we'll have that morning, we'll have to see one.
What?
Not till at least afternoon. So we can all be.
Anybody can take a PTO day every time they want.
So then after this year.
And highway's all ready for us next week
The 10th,
at 10.
yeah.
What's that? I don't know yet, I haven't made up my mind. I have to figure out when the board is back up.
The committee members, we have two.
It's fine. You have to sign up to run.
The board
No,
wasn't down there.
I don't think it is. Cindy told me it was.
Oh, okay.
That's what I heard.
You need to sign up to
I'll
run
let you know though.
for the budget committee for next year, when the board goes up.
It's already up.
Oh,
Cindy
it
told me
is,
today.
okay.
Put your name on there. And we'll vote for you.
Are you? You're gonna, oh.
Please. Oh, no, I have a year.
You're gonna hear that.
That's how we got you. That's how we.
All right, does anybody have anything else?
Nope.
Our first public hearing is January 31st.
Wow.
Please, everybody be here for January 31st.
That's the next meeting?
No.
No, that's the next.
Next meeting is at the highway garage. Okay?
And when is that?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Bring it to her.
How many public hearings do we have?
The second one's on the 14th.
And then-
Valentine's
And then we don't do, weekly after that, right?
Right. Well, if we get it done, thank you. Be safe tomorrow.
I have a question for you.
Catherine?
Catherine?
Bill?
All right, do we have any other business to discuss tonight?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you very much.
Only if Timothy goes home.
Be safe, please.
We practically have to drag him out the door.
I know.